Hi, buddy. Hope you're well and safe. Just wanted to share with you a conversation that I had earlier today with an agent. I thought it'd be really interesting to share with everyone in this group. And it was regarding can social media be used to increase fees? So this agent, which I had a chat with, has got a lot of competition in their area at the moment, cheap fees, and getting pretty fed up with it, and asked, is there any way using Facebook advertising to increase fees? And I said, well, there is actually, but you have to be a little bit clever with it. And it's using retargeting or pre-framing. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, pre-framing is when you can control opinions and feelings of people before they even meet you. And obviously, you probably know with Facebook advertising, you can obviously retarget and get back in front of people who are showing interest in you. But what a lot of people aren't aware of is on Facebook, you can take people through a sequence or funnel of adverts. So, for example, if someone went on our website today and looked at our services, we could then take them over a period of, say, 6 weeks. We could show them 6 different adverts, and we could do that over 7 days. And this can all be automated. So you can pretty much put them into sort of like a push along funnel where they're seeing an advert that's perhaps about your brand. First of all, they leave your website, then all of a sudden an advert will pop up about your brand, who you are, what you stand for, what you're all about. Perhaps in 10 days later after that, they'll see an advert about success stories, what you've been involved with, what you've sold, what you've done. Then there might be an advert providing value. So perhaps it's a market report or a guide to selling their property for more money and quickly. So you can build these flows or push along funnels of adverts so that when someone engages with you in some way, so perhaps, as I say, been on your website, or perhaps they've done an online valuation tool, they're then going to see a sort of a sequence of adverts over time, all automated. And what that does, it positions you in a totally different position than it would be if someone called you in as an agent later on, and you were in exactly the same position as that competitor. When you walk through that door, they don't know anything about both of you. You both walk through the door and you're both exactly the same in their eyes. But by using sort of pre-framing and using something like Facebook, we can actually really sort of get people to know, like, and trust us before you even walk through the door. That's really powerful when you know how to do it. And it is evergreen as well. So what I mean by that is that you can set this up so it looks after itself. You don't need to worry about, going in, changing adverts. Literally, people will touch your business in different ways, and then they're going to see a sequence of adverts which are really sort of going to promote you in a good way, get to know you, provide value, also to sort of really understand who you are. And that can be really powerful, so that when you do walk through that door for that valuation, or when that vendor contacts you, that you're already way ahead than the other agency, and then you can start justifying your fees. So yeah, pre-framing, definitely something to consider. Retargeting as a whole is so important now. To give you an idea, there was some information that came out recently that showed that on average we see sort of round about sort of 5 to 4,000 adverts every day, up to 5,000 adverts every day, online and offline. So when you're walking down the street, you're seeing adverts all the time, billboards, adverts in papers, on Facebook, all these different places. And we only sort of loosely recall round about 4 of those by actual name. So you can see that there's a real demand now to make sure you are retargeting, showing back up in front of people after they've come in touch with you, your brand, and look at perhaps pre-framing, where you can take them through that journey before they actually come and speak to you. And it's obvious now that sellers and landlords, they're starting their journey so much earlier now because of the digital access they have. They are starting it really early now, and you've got to make sure that you're starting your marketing journey to them a lot earlier as well. So think about, rather than just promoting yourself to the people who are ready for valuations, start promoting yourself to people that are starting that journey earlier. And often it's months before, when they will come to your website, suss you out, looking at who you are, or perhaps watching some of the content or reading some of the content you're putting out on a weekly basis. So hope that gives you some thoughts and some ideas that, you know, there are ways to use social media and Facebook to perhaps help increase your fees and put you in a better position when you do speak to that vendor for the first time. And if anyone's interested, we have still got some spaces left on the boot camp, 4 evenings, and we're going to run through everything from targeting people using Facebook powerful algorithm to retargeting to generating seller and landlord leads, and loads more as well. So if you're interested, I'll put the link in the comments, and always get in touch for any questions. Have a great evening. Thanks, then.